with my mom. and and I saw this flyer for the meditation on Twin Hearts, and something clicked. I was like, Dawn, you never tried meditation. And I was like, maybe that's what I need. And I feel like sometimes people who have tried everything, energy is a great next step because you get to work on what I've learned, the underlying root cause. Instead of working on the expression of symptoms, you get to the root cause of why and where that anxiety is residing deeper beyond the vision of what we see on the physical. Anyway, so I went to this meditation on Twin Hearts, and it was like magnetic. I went back each week. I was curious. I suddenly became like aware around me, which was something that I wasn't really aware of before. But I went and I would receive these mini healings where people were like moving their hands. At that point, I would have taken anything if it worked. And it was starting to work, and I could feel a shift and a difference. So it got to a point where I was like, what is this? What are they doing? How and why is this helping me when everything else before wasn't? So I took the class. And in this basic level class, which I'm teaching in, is it 2 weekends, Wendy, already?
Yeah, it's not this weekend, the following, the 24th and 25th.
Yeah, 2 weekends. So what I learned in that 2-day workshop is you learn energetic anatomy, like what is our energetic makeup, and then you learn why there are issues energetically, like what creates this disharmony in the energy body, and then you learn how to balance it. Like it seems a little complex and like hard to grasp, but the way that it's taught is very simple and very easy to understand. So in that workshop that I took over a decade ago, I literally sat there and it was like this awareness came, the lights went on, and I was like, this is why I never got better. And now that I had this expanded understanding and awareness, I now had all of these tools that I knew how to implement and use to improve my life. So on one end, it was really, it was fascinating to learn this that I didn't know, but it was really empowering because I wanted to feel better, desperately wanted to feel better. So that was the basic class.
So Dawn, let me ask you, how did your life change from then on? Like, tell us like how you use the tools, like how, what's different for you?
Well, the major thing is the understanding, because once we know more, we can do more, right? Like once we know how to use those tools and techniques, we now have greater access to improve our lives in ways that we didn't know before. So, for me, to be honest, I jumped right in. So I took the basic class. A week later, I took the advanced, and 3 weeks later, I took the psychotherapy. So I was like speed learning. And in those classes, I said, I know this is what's going to heal me. And I did know that I wanted to teach it someday. So these techniques that we learn over the weekend, like I said, they're not complicated. Master Choa is the founder of Pranic Healing. He said miracles, what we say is like miraculous healing. Like I have pain and you remove that pain energetically. Some people say that's miraculous. Like that's not of our normal functioning understanding of life. Master Choa says miracles is utilizing natural laws that most people are unaware of. So when we start to utilize these natural laws of balancing the energy body that most people are unaware of, we see miraculous results. And I see them all the time in class with clients. We can utilize simple energetic tools, and pain that's been there for years suddenly is not. Anxiety, all of that stuff that's been there for years, suddenly we can address that underlying aspect that maybe we weren't aware of or couldn't reach before understanding these.
I love that. It sounds so simple when you're talking about it like that. And I see, you know, at the Salt Cave, I see Seth doing it, and I see the miracles that he performs, and I understand that he's, you know, he's harnessing that energy. But then on a personal level, like you, I mean, do you still have anxiety? Do you have like what's you know, you left that whole corporate world, and so now you teach full time.
Yeah, this is my full-time profession. Like it changed my life so drastically that this is all I want to do, because I love it. I think about, had I known about these tools, this understanding of, it's not just ourselves, it's life, it's everything. You know, it's a deeper understanding of life. It's empowering not just to improve our wellness, but the wellness of our family, our children, our parents, our loved ones. Like, it takes you deeper in life. So it kind of just shifts not just that perspective about knee pain or anxiety, but it shifts how you view the world. It shifts how you interact with the world. And you do have more compassion, more understanding for people. I was able to heal my anxiety through using Pranic Healing. Psychotherapy addresses the emotional aspect. And that's the class that Master Glenn will be teaching. It tells you specifically what anxiety, depression, fears, phobias, addictions, all of those things energetically, it explains in detail what those things are and how to balance them. And, you know, I think some of the greatest teachers are ones who have used those tools to transform their life because they're passionate. It lives in the depth of me to teach this because my life was so powerfully transformed.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. And it just, in what I liked, and you and Master Glenn had mentioned that during COVID, you set up a group that, you know, helped to heal every night you met, right? And you sent energy to different people, and you worked with, how many people was it? Like,
A lot. Yeah. So when COVID happened, we had this global crisis of people not being physically well, like they're sick. And we're healers. You know, this is what we love to do, is help bring greater balance and harmony to the energy body. When we do that, the physical body tends to mirror what we balance energetically. That's the premise of energy healing. We work on the energy body, the physical body mirrors the energy body. So it's first in the energy and then the body. So when we heal, and energetically, the physical body will mirror that. So when this global crisis happened of people being sick, like, we work with people who are imbalanced energetically all the time. And it was a natural call to action. Like, we have to help. Just as if there was like a hurricane and people were out of water and food, like, we would want to help them. So Master Glenn organized us and helped us gather into groups. There was over 600 healers, I think 70 groups worldwide, and collectively over the past, I think when we documented it, it was after 2 years, we did over 250,000 healings globally. And my group still meets 5 times a week for an hour, and we still heal people who are sick.
I love that so much. And you know, on a global level, but also on a personal level, like, I see moms who study pranic healing because their children have, you know, certain challenges and issues, and it takes away that hopeless feeling. You know, even if somebody was in the hospital and had COVID, or even if one of your children is sick, it gives you a tool, a power that you can harness to help, you know, to help somebody. Like, you don't, that was the thing about the underlying feeling with COVID. Everybody just felt hopeless. I mean, not you guys, not the pranic healers. And you knew, you know, I sat next to Seth, and I know he worked with 1,700 people. And miracle stories. There was somebody who, an old man who was 96, who was in the ER on a ventilator, and Seth worked on him remotely. He was sitting next to me. I know he wasn't in the hospital. And the guy walked out of the hospital. So, I mean, it seems magical and miraculous, but the way you explain it is it really isn't. Like, these protocols are there and the energy centers are there.
Yeah. But you know what is so fascinating about exactly what you said is in a time where a lot of people felt tremendous fear, they felt alone, they felt withdrawn, and they felt hopeless. It's like with these tools, with this ability to help heal energetically, we created, like we chose, we stepped into an environment where we lived in hope, in possibility, in helping and extending compassion and love. And we would meet in the beginning when it was really rough. We met sometimes 4 hours a day. We wanted to help those people who were suffering. And sometimes they did leave the body, and we would feel it, you know, like we prayed for them, we loved them, even though we may not have known them personally. A lot of these people were strangers that we were healing, but we lived in that heart space of hope that we might be able to help them and save them. And there are stories of like 3 months on a ventilator, and the doctors thought they were going to die, and then they didn't, and they went home, and we would heal them every day. There was another story, a gentleman started having like seizures after getting out of a coma of COVID, and his thumb was starting to turn black, and they were going to amputate the thumb, lack of blood flow from the brain clot. We were healing. In 2 weeks, we saved his thumb, working on the thumb. The doctors were like, we don't even know how that's possible. The doctors knew we were healing, like a group of healers were healing. But we live in that world of miracles, of possibility. We live in that hope of miracles happening.
And I see it in your face. You're shining so much light out of you. But so with pranic healing, like there's different things you could do. You could do like, I'm going to study it, but that's just for me personally. Like I'm not going to be a pranic healer. I just wanted, you know, for my life that I have these protocols, that I have that option to send, you know, this healing energy to people. But the different ways you could, like you didn't start off wanting to be a teacher, and then it became a lifestyle and a teaching for you. So someone doesn't have to take it to be a teacher or to, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's interesting, the people who do take it. So I see a variety. Master Choa's vision, the creator of pranic healing, his vision was to have one pranic healer in every household. If one pranic healer is in every household, they can help heal those everyday today things, and we can help just rise the collective vibration of the planet, right? If we were all helping and in that place of like empowerment and hope. Some people take pranic healing because they need healing. Some people take pranic healing because they have a loved one who needs healing, and they see like, my daughter has this ailment, she's not getting better. I heard about the possibility of pranic healing, I want to learn. We do get a lot of people like that. And there are some people who are not so interested in healing, but they are interested in spirituality. And pranic healing can be a pathway to spirituality, the bridge. Master Choa says it's a bridge to spirituality. And so there are a spectrum of people who attend. I will tell you, my mom has taken all of the classes. She's even taken some of the higher spiritual classes. She doesn't practice, she doesn't heal, but she said, Dawn, you have no idea what it's like to just spend a weekend with positive people living in the light of hope and love. She goes, it changes me. And it's so beautiful to just see, like, she just wants to be in the class energy, learning, happy, healing. She doesn't practice, she doesn't heal other people. She could, but she loves just feeling that joy of being in the weekend.
I love that. And so I want to just, to all of you guys on here, I want to unmute you and do like a Q&A with Dawn. Like if there's anything you want to know about pranic healing, Dawn is going to take us through the Twin Hearts meditation and going to explain what that is. But let's just open it up and see if any of you have any questions, or wait, how do I do that? I'm going to unmute. I'm going to say unmute yourselves. So if you guys want to unmute, go ahead. Like, but don't be shy. Ask all the questions. This is your chance to, you know, ask any question that you want. Yeah, there you go, sweetheart. Come, Amy, come on in. Oh, wait, Amy, hold on. You're still muted. There you go.
Okay, so I have plantar fasciitis and it's extremely painful in my feet. And I get it due to, my job. So, I have physical therapy, I have exercise, but it's chronic and it's, you can only get in the area 3 cortisone shots and then you're completely shut off.
Hmm.
So I'm interested in, the healing for my plantar fasciitis because it's so painful on certain days, like to even walk.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. So Master Toad talks about that chronic healing is not an alternative to medicine, but actually a complement to it. Like it's best when you work on the physical issue with whomever you're working with, but then also address the energetic aspect. You get the best result when you address both. So in the basic class, you will learn how to help remove and alleviate some of that pain, some of that discomfort, and help to replenish the energy, not only in that area. And I think that's one thing that is eye-opening in the class, that our energy body works together, like all parts function in harmony. So when there's one part that's painful, it's possible that there are like blockages of energy in other areas as well. And we look at the whole energy body and want to create balance and harmony in the whole area. So I would say for sure, especially long-standing chronic things, it may take time for that to heal. It's not always like a quick fix, but to alleviate that pain and help normalize that flow of energy, I would say for sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody else have any questions?
Can I say one more thing, Lindy?
Yeah, you can say as many things as you want, love.
Master Glenn, who's a phenomenal healer, incredible healer. He says, bring me a difficult case. He says, no problem. He says, bring me an impossible case, and it just takes time. So we learn not only how to heal challenging, difficult cases, which can be more advanced. Like in the basic class, we heal with white prana. In advanced, you learn color prana. You can accomplish more, go deeper in healing in the advanced class. But we also learn why some people may not be getting healed. And we learn how to address those underlying understandings of why healing is not happening. And sometimes it does take time, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So does anyone else have a question? Otherwise, Dawn will take us through Dawn, unless there's something else you want to say, at least take us through the meditation. And then maybe afterwards, people have questions then when you think about it, or.
Sure. I think Tiffany has a question.
Oh, Tiffany, where are you, my love? Let me unmute. Oh, wait, hold on.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. I just have a question. Is pranic healing similar to Reiki healing?
Yeah, it's a question I get often. I know Reiki, we have a lot of Reiki practitioners who come and take the pranic healing classes. And some people do ask, like, what is the similarities? What are the differences? So I have to say that I personally have never studied Reiki. I've always just been a student of pranic healing. So I can't say firsthand, but I can say what I've learned through friends and colleagues who are, some of them are even Reiki masters, Reiki instructors, and they've come and take the pranic healing classes as well. So I can share their perspective. But the main things that they talk about is in pranic healing, we do focus on healing, removing the unwanted disease, dirty energy. It's something more unique than in Reiki. I believe it's more of like a sharing, a blessing of energy. So in pranic healing, we learn a lot about removing, and we work with that natural functionality that our body wants to heal. So if we can remove the energy that is stagnant, that is congested, that is dirty, diseased energy out of the aura, the body naturally wants to flow in harmony energetically. So removing of that energy is a large component of pranic healing. And then, of course, we do replenish with fresh prana. Some other insights that people have shared about the difference between the two is that pranic healing is very detailed. It goes deeper. So this concept of being able to do more, heal more, go deeper into issues is some of the reflections that Reiki practitioners have shared in regards in comparing the two. Let me think of some other things. I remember I was talking to a friend who she was a Reiki master, and we learn scanning in pranic healing, and we use scanning. This is something that we sensitize our hands to feel energy. So we can scan the chakras, we can scan different parts of the body to understand what needs to be healed and balanced. And I remember she was like, really? I can't do that. She's like, you can scan the chakras? And yeah, we learned this in the basic class, how to scan the chakras. We also work with 11 chakras. We have a healing system of chakras, which I know that's different as well. But scanning is really fascinating because scanning, this is like our eyes into the energy field. You do not have to be clairvoyant to heal with energy. We learn how to feel the energy. And I mean, 99%, 95% of the people, even just the first time, can start to feel these subtle energies. And it helps us to tune in to what needs to be healed.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi, Wendy, it's Kathy.
Hi, Kathy, I see you.
I have a question, Dawn. So I've taken a very introductory Barbara Ann Brennan course, Hands of Light course. So Pranic Healing sounds very similar to that. Are you familiar with that at all? And can you tell me the similarities?
Yeah, so I'm actually not familiar with that specific. Is it like Hands of Light? I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, Barbara Ann Brennan, it's you work in the 7 layers of the energy field. It's the same premise that it starts any type of disease or symptoms start in your energy field. Yes, and then it presents itself in the physical body eventually. And her system works on clearing chakras, working in the energy field. Some people, I think she, some students can advance to where they actually see the different auric layers.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that, but that's why I was curious because it sounds very similar.
Yeah, so I don't know that specific practice. There are so many beautiful energetic practices of how we can balance and harmony. And Master Choa, the founder of Pranic Healing, he always had great respect for other practitioners of energy healing, because the bottom line is we need more energy healing in the world, right?
Absolutely.
But I will say that he was a scientist. He was a chemical engineer. He was also a successful businessman, but he had this very scientific mindset. And what he did in the development of pranic healing is that he actually studied all energy healing modalities, all spiritual practices. Like, he studied as much as he could. There are stories that when he was in high school, he would just read books and his mom would like leave sandwiches outside his door. And he just consumed all of this information. And then what he did is he took the most effective techniques that were the easiest to use in our modern society, because we're not able to go up to the mountaintop, right? We're not able to do all the things that they did way back in the day. So he really simplified it into the most effective techniques that are the easiest for us to use in our modern society. And he put this together into the system of pranic healing. So I will say that some people find similarities in the practices that they have learned in pranic healing.
Yeah.
But some of the differences that set this apart for Master Choa's teachings is, one, self-care. A lot of pranic healing or energy healing practices will focus on helping the person, but not so much safeguarding the energy of the healer. It's one of the unique focuses of Master Choa, is that us as healers, as energy practitioners, even if you're a therapist, a massage therapist, a psychic, like anything that you're doing, interacting with people, and you have energetic sensitivities, we need to learn these self-care techniques.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that
Well, it's all good.
But
Anybody who's doing any type of healing modality, it's all good.
yeah.
Because it sounds so interesting. The classes sound really, really cool and interesting.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hope
and
you enjoy it.
you know what I realized working with Reiki masters and pranic healers together is that Reiki is hands-on, it's a light touch, and pranic healing, so Reiki seems like it has the one protocol, which is great, and you do all this amazing energy work. Pranic healing, I know, has about 600 protocols based on, all this different studies and the information, and it's hands-off. Like I see how Seth does it, and he scans the energy.
Yeah.
So that's what I've seen as the difference. Like, just because Tiffany asked what the difference was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
It is interesting to learn the different people's perspectives, right? When they study other modalities. One of the masters on the West Coast, Master Co, he was teaching a basic class one time, and he had a large auditorium full of people learning basic. And he's looking and he sees this person who is a well-known healer. And he goes up to them and he's like, "You're a healer, healing people. Like, why are you here in the basic class? Like, are you lost? Like, wrong class, And the man responded, he said, I heal, but I don't understand all those deeper components of healing, of why is this happening, this exchange? And one thing that Master Choa really does brilliantly in this class is step by step, very simply takes you so deep into understanding how and why energy healing works. And that in itself, I've been teaching this for several years. People are consistently amazed to understand the simplicity and the depth of what energy healing really is.
That's brilliant. That was such a good explanation. Anybody else, any questions? No? Okay. So Dawn, you want to take us into a little bit of, just a little taste of, first of all, what is the Twin Hearts meditation? That seems to be the basis.
Yeah.
Just give us a little introduction to what that is.
The Twin Hearts meditation is really the cornerstone of pranic healing. It's the cornerstone of our practice. And it's really a beautiful meditation that Master Choa gave us. It's really, I would say it's a gift to humanity. This meditation, it's 20 minutes long, but just like all of Master Choa's teachings, he took the most effective and easiest to use and put it into the shortest 20-minute meditation to get the most results, not only for us physically, but spiritually as well. It's one of the most unique meditations in that it addresses our physical well-being and helps us connect emotionally and spiritually. Most meditations will do one or the other. This does both. So the meditation is 20 minutes. It's guided by him. We will do it in class, but I'm going to briefly take you through just feeling and experiencing it now. What he does is he says, focus on your heart and think of a happy event. So you can think of any event from any time, but you want to focus on your heart. What this does is it actually activates and opens the heart center. Then he'll say, focus on your crown. Think of a happy event. It can be the same event, or it could be a different one, but it opens and activates the crown. So now you have your heart, which is your earthly heart. This is love for your children, love for your parents, love for your friends, your partner, love for your puppy. Like, this is earthly love, right? The crown, this is our connection to divine energy. And we're going to learn in detail all about the chakras, but the crown, this is our connection to divine energy. When we open and activate that energy center, this is our spiritual heart. The spiritual heart is divine love. This is love for humanity. This is love for people who may be struggling across the world, and we'll send money to help them because we want to ease their suffering, even though we don't know them. This is love for homeless for doing service. This is a greater love, a bigger love. So it's so brilliant that Master Choa, first we open our earthly heart. This is the anchor. We have to be able to express that love to those around us. And then we open the spiritual heart, that greater love, the greater love for the whole planet, right? So the more we do this meditation, the more we open and activate these chakras, they get bigger and stronger, right? The more we use them, the bigger and stronger they get. And I don't know about you, but how many times have you said like, oh, I wish I was kinder. I wish I had, I wish I had more compassion. I wish I didn't, cut that person off or yell at that person. Like, we're human, we make mistakes. And I think, trust me, if you're all here on Zoom with us, you have a desire to be a better person, right? It's a lifelong journey of walking the spiritual path that does not end. The spiritual path is one of becoming a better person, of growing in these centers of heart and crown. So Master Choa has us open and activate these centers. And then he says, raise your hands at chest level. And we do it kind of shoulder length like this. And we visualize a small earth, just a small ball in front of us. And he uses the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi, where there is darkness, let there be light. Where there's anger, let there be love. And this is a transformative prayer, right? We're transforming heavy energies into lighter energies. And that energy flows through our crown and out our hands to the earth. So as we give these blessings to Mother Earth, we simultaneously receive within us. Where there is darkness, let there be light. In us, where there is darkness, let there be light. In us, where there's anger, let it transmute to love. So as we give to Mother Earth, karmically, simultaneously, we receive the same blessing that we give. This act of blessing the earth is so powerful. They say in the past, it was only known among like select like yogis and gurus, like it was secret because it was so powerful. And this is why I say truly is a gift that Master Choa gave this to humanity. For us to be able to bless the earth, we're increasing the vibration of planet Earth. And anyone who has watched the news knows that Mother Earth needs this desperately now. Mother Earth needs our blessing. It needs this transformative energy so that it moves in the right direction as we move forward. So the meditation is really so powerful in opening our centers, helping us to heal and connect spiritually while also doing service to Mother Earth. Like, that's like the first 5 minutes. Isn't that beautiful? It's amazing. So amazing. So we bless Mother Earth. He guides us. He'll then say, lower your hands. He chants ohms. We remain silent. We just listen. And then he says, focus on the light above your head. And there's a period of like 2 or 3 minutes of silence. This is when that spiritual connection happens. And we can really, some people feel a downpour of energy during that time. That's when we receive. That's when our energy really expands. At the very end of the meditation, he says, raise your hands again at chest level and let go of any excess energy. So energy can be like caffeine, like too much is not a good thing. Too much energy can be like, whoa, that's a lot of energy. So we release any excess, extra that our body can't handle. We give it back to Mother Earth. And that essentially what I just kind of went through is the 20-minute meditation that we'll experience during class, both days. We do it both days. On the second day, we'll actually scan our chakras and our aura to see the impact of how much energy we actually get from the meditation on Twin Hearts. So I hope that was a good teaser for the meditation. I can guide you right now, just quickly. If everyone could just close their eyes palms up, feet on the ground, no mudra. If you can have your back off the chair, that's ideal. If it's not comfortable, it's okay. And I ask everyone to please put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. This connects the energy of the front and back meridians, and we'll also learn more about that. And just bring your awareness to your heart space. And just be aware of your heart. And just tune into those subtler energies of gratitude. I'm grateful right now in this moment to be here with you. Let the energy of your heart expand in whatever it is that you're grateful for in this moment. Even if it's a whisper, lean into it and let it get louder. Be grateful for your health. Be grateful for your home. Maybe you're grateful for your partner, your job, your finances. Just let that energy expand. Feel that gratitude expanding beyond the heart, filling your body, and even past into your aura, filling your aura, where you're surrounded by this energy of your own heart. It's a warmth, softness. And I want everyone to just come back here with me. We're going to do some breathing together. So be aware of your heart, be aware of your crown, our two energy centers. And together we're going to gently inhale, hold, exhale. Hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, and exhale. Hold. Just be aware of your inner state. Be aware of your physical body. Be aware of your energetic body. Be aware of the aura, the energy surrounding the body. Just gently open your eyes with a big smile. Sometimes people are like, no, I don't want to.
Keep me here.
Let me go.
That was such a beautiful explanation. I really loved it. And I want to just, I know I'm getting messages, what's the cost for 2 and 3 and how, so, okay. The Pranic Healing is the September 24th and 25th. It's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It includes breakfast and lunch. You're going to get your textbook, your certification, a notebook, a lovely rosin silk cave pen, and that's going to be next Saturday and Sunday, and that's $575 for the total course. And then level 2 and 3, so Dawn's teaching level 1 and level 2. Level 2 is going to be taught October 28th, which is a Friday evening. Level so that's what 2 is going to be taught on the 28th and 29th. And then Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Advanced is taught Friday, Saturday, and in that class you learn basic pranic healing is like you become a general practitioner. You're going to learn, it's the foundation of pranic healing. It's a solid foundation of pranic healing. In advanced, you learn much more specified details about color, where you can heal more faster. So you go deeper into healing, more complex cases, Amy, like you're talking about relieving pain. You learn how to like influence energies, bigger, smaller, deeper, different ways of balancing the chakras. That's advanced. That's Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday is psychotherapy. Psychotherapy specifically is about emotions. So it's fears, phobias, addictions, depressions, anxiety. These three classes, this triangle of classes is such a solid foundation for really being able to help anyone with any ailment with those three classes, because some physical things are emotional in origin. So it's like having those three classes, you can really address any aspect of someone's ailment.
So, and then, so we actually, we only have 3 spots left for level 1, and then level 2 and 3, we have a few more spots left, and that is 1275 for the 3 days. So, and then the last day, which is the Sunday, is actually going to be taught by Master Glenn. Master Glenn is one of 8 healers, pranic healers in the world, and he's going to be there personally teaching us. I mean, just being in his energy is amazing. He's kind of like your favorite uncle, brilliant man. You just want to sit and listen to him, and he's just beautiful. I got the pleasure of being in his company a few months ago, and it was amazing. Dawn, you're just lucky to spend so much time with him. But
Yes.
yeah, if
So
anyone, yes,
one thing I
go
will
ahead.
say, Master Glenn is a full-time physician as well, which is so unique for those who are like the energy world, and also like he is a medical doctor. So he has such a unique perspective in being able to help people who have major physical ailments to address it energetically, but also see and understand that physical aspect as well. And like Wendy said, just meditating with him in class is an experience that's worth coming to class. Just that meditation and the healings that he does in class, the examples that he does, are, it will shift your sense of reality of what's possible to just be able to see those healings.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? Because we've been talking, and we no.
I am available with any questions if people want to email me. I'm always available.
Yeah,
If someone has a
can you tell
personal
them,
attack.
you know what I'll do? I'll send out your email, love, but just tell, in case anyone wants to write it down, just tell them now so that they have it.
Yeah, it's Dawn Myers, DWNMYERSHC@gmail.com.
So, Dawn, that was beautiful. I don't know, I sit next to a pranic healer all day, and every time I hear anything about, like do something like this, I learn more, and it's pulling me in. I'm so fascinated, just for me personally. And then also I have a lot of chronic pain with my neck. It's why I have the soul cave, and I just find that the pranic healing work really helps me a lot. So, back to what you were saying, like it's personal for me to heal myself, as well as, all my friends and, my children, of course. So it's not something that I'm going to practice, but for other people, but for me personally, I'm doing this. It feels like a lifestyle. So
It is.
Dawn, thank you, love. Thank you for your time, guys. No, everyone's good. No more questions. No, I see there's some chats which I'm going to respond to, and hopefully, if any of you are interested, please, call me. I think most of you even have my number. If you don't, just call me at the cave. I'll be in at 9:30 tomorrow. Dawn, thank you for your time, love, and thank you for taking us through the meditation. I'm definitely feel, calmer for the evening.
Wonderful, wonderful. It was so nice being here. Thank you for having me. Any questions, just reach out. I love this, all of it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Hope to see you guys 2 weeks.
Okay, hold on a second, Dawn.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, my love, you know what? I'm just going to call you offline quickly.
Sure, you can call me.
Okay.
Okay.